Hey everyone, Tom here. Welcome back to another video on the Racing Joker channel. Welcome back to the vlog. We're doing a whole bunch of stuff today. Hopefully very interesting things. But first I need to figure out something really awkward. This thing isn't charging. The wire isn't working. I woke up this morning and the wire was kind of like this. It wasn't in it correctly and it was just sitting there. And so I plugged it back in because this was dead. It wasn't charging properly. It said it was charging for about a couple seconds, and then it just started saying this: not plugged in, needs to be charged. Which is annoying because I was gonna try and upload an episode of the commute today. But if it finished exporting onto the external hard drive, I might be able to export it with the Alienware. So let's head into the office, see if we can get it to upload with the Alienware, and then I guess first things first, we'll get a new charging wire for the computer. Apple, you guys, I love their products, and I also just freaking despise them because something always goes wrong, and it's usually like battery stuff. Every Mac laptop that I've ever had has always had charging issues. They need to design their batteries to be much better, and they need to design their wires to be not garbage. Did it finish exporting the episode? Doesn't look like it. Nope. It didn't finish. The file, it died halfway through the export. Let's make a quick run to Target, I guess, and grab a wire. These laptops are expensive, man, and they just break all the time. They have no lifespan at all. I've got other things I need to be doing today while I'm out getting stuff from Target. I am going to be getting my Illinois license today, hopefully. They needed proof of residence, social security. They needed birth certificate, but I think my passport should also do fine. I'm gonna put it all into this backpack. Guys, if you're getting into editing, YouTube, and just computers in general, don't make a Mac your starter laptop. I just dropped Ellie off at daycare. No music is playing. Oh my God, why do people listen to the radio? Is it because they don't have a choice? No one plays music like in the morning. It's just freaking talk shows. That's when you need the music to be playing. I don't care about your opinions on what Men's Health decided to be apps you should delete from your phone. I don't want to hear that. That's not gonna get me in the mood for work. Well, that was fun. Man, I thought BMW drivers were supposed to be the ones that are terrible parkers, but this person over here, geez, I saw this spot and I was like, well, that's a good spot, and then I saw that they're barely in their own lane. All right, let's go get a charger for this stupid laptop. And you know, to be honest, I might get this charger, head back home, turn the laptop back on, start the export again, because we won't even be able to start the upload because it didn't finish. So it has to finish the export. So I guess you can do that while I go and get my license, and then we'll see. Apparently I should have made note of the wattage for the wire. That didn't cross my mind. I just figured that all the wires would work. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a wire. It's 60 watt or whatever it is. She said it won't charge it faster, but it should work. I'm fine with that. I don't need it to charge faster, I just need it to charge. This is the third cable I've got in this computer, so I think at some point I'm just gonna have to either get a new one or take it to the Apple store and tell them, hey, I've gone through 3 wires on this. Look at that. Still looks good. Really dirty though. DMV place I'll be going to is right over there behind the Dollar Tree. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're not even gonna pull into the garage. I'm just gonna back into a spot really sloppily, and plug in the laptop and then come back out. $85 for this dumbass cord. Good grief. All right, new wire, moment of truth. And it's charging. It's working. It was the wire. Why? And then the computer can just turn back on instantly. For God's sake. Yo, let's go and get the license. I also just weighed myself because I think they put your weight on the license, right? Because I think it's on my Washington one. I was 167 pounds when I got my Washington license back in 2016. You can probably tell that I've gained some weight because, well, my face is just a different shape. But, oh, it's so nice and warm. Oh, the sunlight. Oh, it's so good. Okay, let's... All right, so before I go into this is kind of more just kind of me celebrating something. So I just weighed in at 237.8 pounds, which is pretty heavy for me, but a lot less than what I used to be. So let me open up my my notes so that I can keep track of this. So in 2020, May 22nd, May 24th, around the time I got married, I was 253 pounds. At one point, I was 260 not long before that. Then I started working. What's the date today? March 3rd. I weighed in at 237.8. So that's pretty cool. So on September 4th of 2020, I was 256. Let's skip down a little bit to January 16th. I was 246. 246. It's 10 pounds lighter. Now let's go to March 3rd. I'm 237. Almost another 10 pounds lighter. It's not fast, but it is progress. I want to get back down to my 170, 180-ish area, because that was when I felt the healthiest, I was the fittest. That's pretty cool. You guys probably don't care, but I'm gonna be less fat. It's hot in here. Time to go get an Illinois license so that we can take the next steps towards getting a CDL and making bigger bank. I don't need my mask yet. It says it's 50 degrees. Let me check the weather on my phone. 50 degrees and sunny. That's awesome. All right, let's go. F me, you guys. I don't get why I listen to people. They're like, oh, you can head over to the DMV. It's not gonna be that busy. Frick, it's like a blockbuster out here. Well, my phone is at 78%. I could respond to some YouTube comments, I guess, but I have to do this. So, yeah. All right, big success, we did it. I have an Illinois license. Well, I have the paper copy. The physical one will come in the mail. Now I need to figure out what the next step is on getting the CDL. Shouldn't be too complicated, hopefully. Yeah, now I need to work on some other things in the to-do list. But first, let's get home and start uploading the episode of The Commute because, yeah, that still needs to be done. It's 11:19, so hopefully we can get it done before noon. Hopefully it's done exporting by now. Hey, there's another BMW behind us. See that? Nice blue. Very nice blue. I can't remember what that blue is called. Is that blue called Esterol blue? I can't remember. All right, boyos. We did it. We did an errand. A very important one. So let's head back into the house. We backed in again, just for fun, because it's such a nice day. That's the determining factor of whether we back in or not. Yeah, it's closing on its own. Let's walk around the car. How are we doing on the export? It says we've got, it's not telling us how much time we've got left. Are we making progress? Who knows? It's not telling us. Jeez. So this is the main drawback of doing 4K content. Took a little bit of a break. It's only at 13%. Oh, there we go. We made some progress. Well, I'm gonna work on episode 45 of The Commute right now. Boom. That is episode 45 complete. And we can start the export on it right away. And also, the Commute episode, will be out in 3 hours. So that's gonna be a late upload. Apologies for that, guys. Okay, so let me check my to-do list for today. All right, so we've done the license. I've just put it in order for a new transcript, because I had the one from my first university, but I didn't have a copy from the second, so I'm gonna get a second transcript because I need both. All right, now let's just go upstairs and work on the vision board, I guess. So a vision board, should I even really explain this to you guys? Am I just gonna mansplain this to you guys? A vision board is basically a way for you to visualize your life goals, I guess. Or I guess it can be short-term goals as well. I'm home alone today. Ellie's at daycare. Heather's at work. This is basically my day to have time to myself to accomplish things for me. Okay, here we go. We're gonna work on the vision board. Okay, so I'm gonna start gathering pictures for the vision board. So, let's start with car stuff. Car stuff is fun. Automotive goals. So here it is, and I'll give it to you guys in full screen. My #1 goal of all time when it comes to automotive stuff is to build my dream BMW M3 GTR GT2 car. Now, basically, this is what it will most likely look like. You know, the livery will be the same, the body kit will be very close, if not exactly the same. The wheels might be different. The exhaust will be a side exit. It will be a street car. It will at some point have a V8, but right now we're enjoying the S54 inline 6. But this is my childhood dream car, the car that trumps all other cars in the universe as far as I'm concerned. After that, we've got to build an R34 GTR. Now here is a render that I've got of one. It's even got the wheels I like, the Veilside Andrew Fs. Hopefully I can get something like that or something similar from SSR. It's got the COS body kit, the wing. I want to build a proper R34 GTR like this. RB26, stroke to 2.8 liters, HKS single turbo kit, exhaust, 500 to 700 wheel horsepower. It doesn't have to be super fast, done up interior. Spray painted some kind of nice pearlescent purple with a green livery and green lights. That is #2 on the list. And then another one, hold on, let me go to Auto Trader. Let's find a car on Auto Trader for a picture. Do I have a car saved? I do. Let's just use one of these. My dream daily is to have something like this. This is the Audi RS3. It's powered by a single turbo inline 5 2.5 liter, and it sounds like a baby V10, but not just any V10. It sounds like the classic Gallardo V10, or like a kind of dialed down CGT engine, something like that. I love the exhaust note of it. This is my dream daily. I wouldn't do much with it. I'd just change out the downpipes for the Eros Motorsport ones. I'd put new wheels on and I'd wrap it, and then I'd keep it like that. It would never really break. It would be fantastic. And then lastly, and this is the craziest automotive in terms of owning cars goal, is I one day would like to get a Lamborghini Aventador SV. Now, I know a lot of people like the SVJ. I personally don't like the styling of it. You know, there's some weight savings, extra downforce, like 20 more horsepower, sort of. I just think this car looks more like a Lamborghini. I think this car has a much better presence. I wouldn't change the wheels because they're freaking gorgeous. And I'd love to get it in this color specifically. This color is fantastic. I mean, look at it. But yeah, those are the 4 cars. We've got the M3 GTR, the R34 GTR, the Audi RS3, and the Aventador SV. Now, do I plan on getting all of those right away? No, there will be lots of steps in between. Obviously, we have to build the M3. Obviously, we're not getting an R34 GTR right away. We're probably going to get a non-GTR Skyline just to enjoy that platform a little bit first, and then get a GTR. The Audi RS3, no idea when I'm going to get that, but I do want to get that. The Aventador SV, that's like a $400,000 car. I want to get it, but just not right now. Impossible. So I would probably get a cheaper used supercar like a Ferrari 360 just to get into that supercar lifestyle. But then we would move up, you know, maybe get like a Gallardo or a Huracan and move our way up in the world towards the SV. Those are appreciating in value, but at least it's not an SVJ, which is like 800,000. So yeah, that's vehicle ownership endgame goals. I didn't put a hypercar in there because I don't know if I should aspire towards that. Is that too far in, like, is that too high up? Or should I put a McLaren P1 on here? Should I? I could. Screw it. If I ever get to that point in life, we can look back on this video and I can laugh at my own self-doubt. And if somehow I can afford the insurance, a P1, because it's the only car I like more than the M3 GTR. But the only reason why it's not at the top of the list is because it's a multi-million-dollar car. And then there's the Koenigsegg, but I think I'll take the McLaren because the McLaren makes the Koenigsegg makes the P1 look like an economy car, and it's a hybrid. So, ha! Okay, let's talk about YouTube goals. YouTube goals, big YouTube milestones I really want to reach is we want to grind ourselves up to a silver play button, 100,000 subscribers. We're at 35,000 right now, so we're more than a quarter of the way there. But you know, it might take another year or two, unless if the channel does really, really well. Because we're growing, but we're growing at a steady, slow pace. I'm hoping that when we start getting to this kind of level of content, that our growth rate will increase. And then, of course, love to be able to do this, to have a gold play button and have 1 million subscribers. Because by then, at that point, we will be full-time YouTube, and the content will be at another level. You know, hopefully I'll have a dedicated editor. I love editing some of my videos, but I would really love to be able to just go out there and vlog and capture some really insanely cool content and then just send all the footage to an editor and let them elevate the quality of the product even more. I think I'm a pretty good editor, but, you know, it takes up a lot of time. And if you want to upload consistently and have a good schedule, it's good to have a good editor. Another cool goal is I want to collaborate with all of my favorite YouTubers, so let's quickly grab pictures of all of them. Okay, so here are just some of the ideas. I don't know how I'm going to fit this all into a board, but just to show some of the people, because another goal of mine with YouTube is to collaborate with some of my idols in YouTube, people that have inspired me to accomplish the things I have accomplished. All right, so let's start with Daily Driven Exotics. Here's a picture. Daily Driven Exotics is my #1 automotive channel that I watch on YouTube. I always watch their videos like almost right as they come out. I listen to them when I'm delivering. It's the #1, the archetype of automotive YouTube. Like the way they do it, they redefine it, they set the standard, and we gotta follow by example, at least by a little bit, because obviously what they're doing works really, really well. And I'd love to work with them, either appear in one of their videos or do some kind of collaboration or just meet them. I think that would be really cool. That's kind of my dream for a lot of these people, is that whether I actually work with them or just meet them, both would be fantastic. So after DDE, I would say it would be really cool to work with Stradman on something. He does a lot of cool stuff. He seems like a very chill dude and fun to work with, very energetic, lots of cool cars, very passionate about what he does. He's in Utah. I can't remember how far that is from where I am. In terms of a drive, it is a 19-hour drive. Not too far from Colorado, though. That's cool. I'm geographically challenged. After that, Amelia Hartford, she builds some crazy cars. She's got an awesome C8 Corvette, as you guys probably know. If not, how do you not know that? How would you not know that? Anyway, she has a lot of cool content. I saw one of her more recent videos of her C8 Corvette and how they were figuring out gear changes in it to make sure it all drives smoothly. And it's very, very cool stuff. And it was fun to watch her prank a bunch of the other automotive YouTubers out there. Up next, we've got Life of Paulos. Life of Paulos is a very, very, very important part of the high-end car YouTube community. Because he, at least in my case, he really helps with staying up to speed with everything that's going on within the automotive community on YouTube, because there are a lot of channels out there, and they're all really busy. They're either getting new cars, selling cars, wrecking cars, buying cars. Did I already say buying cars? Building cars, filming them, reviewing them, all kinds of crazy stuff. And he's just on top of it. And he's on like day 58 of a daily upload grind. It's insane. He does such a good job. And I watch his videos every time they come out because they're that good. So, Life of Paulos, Aaron Paulos. And then we've got the man, Steve POV. This is a great picture of him. He's got a kick-ass Ferrari 458 wide body. He's got, I'm sorry, Steve, if I say this wrong, a Hakoska Skyline that is just so cool. yeah, I'd love to work with him sometime. He's super energetic. I'd love to go to Japan and just be introduced to the wonders of the whole country's culture, from all the touristy locations to some like deep within Japan countryside where just English speakers would not survive, because he speaks fluent Japanese, and he knows so much about Japan, he may as well be Japanese. It's amazing. His enthusiasm for the content he makes and just the culture of Japan, it's really inspiring. He uplifts your spirits. He's got a great smile. Yeah, I would love to work with him too. I don't know how likely this would be, but Alex Choi obviously is a big name in the automotive culture. He's got all sorts of crazy stuff going on with cars usually most of the time. As you guys know, his Huracan, which is barely a Huracan anymore, is absolutely wild, and making a video with him would just be very, very interesting. And he seems to like BMWs, because he has a Drift M2, which is very, very cool. So maybe he'd like the M3. I wonder if Dave would like the M3. Dave had an E46 M3, but he did sell his 5 Series recently. It was a diesel, and he said, I'm never buying a BMW ever again. And of course, the Yogscast. This is not really an automotive channel. It's not at all, really. But it is the first YouTube channel I ever like properly subscribed to and watched content of constantly. You know, because I got exposed to YouTube and got into it back in middle school, 6th or 7th grade, man. A long time ago, 2011, 2012. Just started watching YouTube all the time, and this is one of the main channels I used to watch. This is one of the main channels I watch that I started watching back then, and I still watch now. They do gaming stuff all the time, and it's a lot of fun. They've got this big enterprise of people that are just content creators under this umbrella corporation of the Yogscast. And I love watching it, because normally when you watch YouTubers and they collaborate with other YouTubers, it's just for that one video. This is like a company of people that make gaming videos as like almost like a mini family. Well, I would say mini, but it's actually it's a lot of people. And they've got like dedicated editors, recording studios, and all kinds of cool stuff. And working with them, they do a thing every year called the Jingle Jam. It's for charity, every winter, every Christmas. And that would be the main thing I'd want to be a part of, because that's such a positive thing, and it's so endearing and heartwarming, and to be a part of something that makes such a huge contribution to some very important causes would be very, 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 very cool. They raise I can't remember how much money they raised this past time for the Christmas of 2020. It was like almost £2 million, or maybe even more. But yeah, those are the YouTubers I want to collaborate with right now. Let's go back to automotive goals really quick, because I forgot to put this in there. As you guys know, I'm trying to get a CDL. You know, I want to learn how to drive a truck and make money doing that. But the goal after that, this isn't a very organic transition. I would like to get a racing license, like I think it's called the Sports Car Club of America license. Let me check. Sports Car Club of America. Now that's a very important thing as an automotive content creator, at least in my opinion. You don't need one. If you can just buy a nice car and make cool videos, do that. It's a lot easier. But I want, for some of the content I want to make, like, because I'm building an M3 GTR, I want to be able to take it to the track and have the credibility to be able to approach manufacturers and say, if I were to want to, like drive like a prototype or review a car from a dealership, I could say, hey, I have a Sports Car Club of America license. You know, I'm trained. I'm not going to break this. I know what I'm doing. I'm not going to spin out and flip this car or something like that. I think that would be cool. And there's a school in Arizona that was recommended to me by Herschel. It's the Bondurant Race School out there. And that's probably where I'd go. So that's a life goal, is to get a Sports Car Club of America license. Let's see what that looks like. And then, you know, I kind of touched on this already when I checked my weight this morning, is get fit and healthy. I don't really know how to make a picture of that. Should I just get a picture of a sexy man? I mean, I'm not necessarily saying I want to be totally ripped. I just don't want to be squishy. How about I just find an old picture of myself? That's kind of depressing. God, that doesn't look like me at all, does it? Does it? Old picture of myself from my Facebook. Get fit. Look more like that. But yeah, that's the vision board, and I don't really know what else to really talk about now. I mean, I've done my license, I got the documents for the loan application, and now the vision board is like kind of underway. I don't know how to print all this out. It'll take a little bit of moving around just to get everything down, but yeah. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's vlog. Hope you all enjoyed it, and at least the parts where I'm driving the M3. The next vlog, I'm gonna talk about designing the side exhaust for the M3 and give you guys an idea of kind of the process of how that's gonna work and all that good stuff. Anyways, I am Tom, the Racing Joker. If you like what you've seen so far and you're not subscribed yet, you need to fix that because you're gonna love what I've got planned. Anyways, I'll see you all next time. Tom, signing out.